So first make sure that in here we have a steady decrease of exponents. X to the fourth, X to the third, X squared, X constant. If ever there was a gap with the missing power, you'd have to fill it in with a 0x to the whatever is missing. The same has to be true for the outside. It has to have a steady decrease of powers, X squared, X constant. By the way, this is called the dividend, and this is called the divisor. Now, if there are 3 terms in your divisor, then you have to go 1, 2, 3 terms deep and begin your answer above. So I start to build my answer up here. Now, this wants to become this. How does this become this? If you multiply it by 5x squared. Now take the 5x squared and distribute to all of the pieces in your divisor. And then as soon as you've done this, I recommend to students that they protect what they've written and that they negate all of the terms and that they then add up what the result is. So you have to subtract. So if you want to make this easy, take the negative and distribute to all of the pieces. So distribute the negative to this to make this negative, make this positive, and make this positive. And once you've distributed this negative to all of them, you can turn that into a positive as well. And now it's a matter of addition, addition, addition. These obviously go away, so I always just scratch those off right off the bat. And only collapse the pieces, these pieces here. So you always dump this one and continue with these ones. So add and add. Play this game yet again. This wants to become this. In order for this to become this, you have to multiply this by a positive 0x. And now take this and distribute to all the terms in your divisor. And then protect, negate, and add them. So let me distribute the negative. So this will become negative, this will become negative, and this will become negative, and this will become positive. And now add, add, add. Where of course these here, you always scratch those off. You always scratch off the first one and then collapse whatever other pieces are left. And now let's play this one more time. This wants to become this. How does this become this here? You multiply it by a -1. Now take -1 and distribute to all of these pieces. And then as soon as you've written this, protect, negate, distribute the negative. So this will become positive, negative, negative. This becomes positive, and always automatically scratch off the first one and only collapse whatever pieces else survive. Now let's do some labels. This here was called the dividend. This out here is what we call the divisor. You can call this component up here the quotient, and you can call this here the remainder. You see, a lot of times what they want you to do is they want you to provide for them a summary statement. So this is how you build a summary statement, okay? So consider what a summary statement looks like. Here, you essentially write down the original problem because this is you telling them what you did. This is what took place, and this is what we got. Where the structure is, here you give me the quotient, and then you add any potential remainder, and you put that above your divisor. So again, you have your dividend divided by your divisor equals your quotient plus any potential remainder put above your divisor. You don't have to put the 0x there, but I did. I'll box this in and declare this to be our official answer.